Hello, everyone, and as always, welcome back to Strategy Gaming Dojo, where we find, learn, and play one more turn of the great strategy games. And today it's back into Decisive Campaigns, Ardennes Offensive. This is our Let's Play against the Allied AI, and it is now round 6, which means it is high noon on December 17th, 1944. And I think we're just going to jump right into the action. There were not that many noteworthy attacks last time. The Americans are largely retreating. They did, mount a couple of counterattacks. We did take a one kind of bad loss down here in the kind of the north of the center. But we'll talk about that when we get down there. I think instead we'll just move forward instead of going through the whole history replay. There was some artillery that the Americans fired, but overall, it was very limited indeed. Let's look at the stats, though, very quickly. I just want to check those out. And you can see total troops, but casualties inflicted. Well, let's do casualties sustained. How about that? The Americans are up to 11,000. We're at 2,574. Well, as you might imagine, I mean, we had the element of surprise. We're hitting units that weren't prepared for it, weren't really set up for it. Of course, those numbers will start to change as the Americans get more and more reinforcements on the map. As you can see up here, we are now at 85 victory points. This was modified plus 14 for a good loss ratio. So our ratio has been good. Now, this is the first time through the game, so I can't tell you if we're, like way ahead of where we should be or behind where we should be. My sense is that we're doing well. But I'm not, I can't say that for certain. I just haven't played the game enough. We hold 71 hex victory points, so the different victory locations. And let's look at the strategic map very quickly. And I also want to put the headquarters on here too, now that we're a little more familiar with everything that's out on the map. You can see here the 89th Division is pushing for Rotgen up here in the north, along with the 272nd. The 326th and the 277th. All of that is up here. It's 74th and what is this? 47th Corps, right? So you can see that little bit bigger box for the corps. Down here we've got the SS. It's 1st SS. You see 2nd SS, but it doesn't really have any units on the map. It's got a couple of artillery, but that's about it. So really it's all 1st SS. That includes the Piper, Kampfgruppe, and also 12th SS, the smaller 1st SS, and they're pushing out here. 150th Panzer's down here. We've pushed a nice little ways. You can see we've got a German flag there. A few American things to capture back here where the 277th is coming through. We'll get there. We'll get there. Down here, you can see the Bulge forming, certainly, with the 62nd Division, the 560th, the 116th Panzer. You see out here, 2nd Panzer has pushed a good long ways down the road. Do we cut down to Bastogne? Do we go up here to Hafeliz or Hafeliz? Well, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. We'll figure that out as we get down there. The Lair Division is down here, 26th Infantry. So this just gives you a nice look at it. You can see one bulge forming. We hope to form a 2nd bulge here and maybe have them meet up out here, I don't know, at Monhay, Houghton, Marche. We'll see. We'll see how the game develops. Okay, it's the start of the turn, so we have, kind of the big general cards we could potentially play. We've got 108 political points. You can see 130 to get the 11th Panzer Division, 160 to get the 10th SS Frundsberg. 100 would get us the 25th Panzer Grenadier Division. Now, I mean, we can play that right now if we want to get a whole brand new division on the map. We'll see. I'm going to hold on to that for now. Now, you could argue this is the time to push. This is the time to take it. Again, I just haven't played the game enough, and I don't want to do something rash. I mean, I'm sure we're going to need plenty of reserves before this whole campaign is over. So I don't think we're going to do anything there yet. Repair bridge, there is a spot out on the map where we don't have engineers close to a broken bridge, and it could be hurting our supply, but we'll look at that when we get out there. We could do replacements. I don't think we're at that point yet. We could get some fuel from the rear area or some supply if we have a unit that needs it. I don't think we're at that point yet either. Air support, we cannot use that this time. All flights are canceled. We are in the mist, and so it's misty. You can't see the ground. And then depots, we will be building a depot once we take something major like Malmedy or someplace like that. We will be putting a depot out there. Let's just look at the supply very quickly. And you can see we actually have a unit that's isolated here, and so we're going to have to deal with that. It's getting huge negative penalties. I looked at this before I started this save, or before when I pulled this save up. I looked at this and I was like, ugh, that's the first unit we've had really isolated so far, and that's obviously a big problem. But if you click on these, you can always see. Now, can we see that? We should be able to see where the supply is coming from to a unit from the closest hex. All enemy supply sources? No, I don't care about that. All friendly supply sources. There we go. Yeah, now we can see. Okay, I had it all over here for some reason. But all friendly supply sources, so you can see by the arrows where some of these units are getting supplied, and if they are. You can see which road it's coming down. I really like that system. Now, we'll get a little deeper into this about, how far away things can be and still be in supply, right? I mean, it can only go out so many AP here, and you can see that. 53 AP out of a 250 AP kind of maximum, right? So we're nowhere near that. But the reason I was saying like Malmedy here is kind of centrally located. It might be a place you'd want to have a depot, but just something to think about, right? This is back at 38 AP, so action points to the supply source, and that's really what you're wondering about. Once you get out to 250, that it won't get any more. Now there are penalties as we go along, but again, we'll get into that more as we continue moving through the game here. So let's go to movement mode. Let's go all the way up here to the north. And, we're not seeing any resistance right up here, right? I mean, there's just nothing. It looks like there's nothing to Rotkin. But our fog of war only, we're only seeing so far our recon. I would like to take this unit and maybe play a recon card on it. Just to see if we see anything else out here. I mean, we don't see anything in the valley, right? But before I do that, let's just move up a hex. Okay, so he's in the heavy forest. This is just fields. And if we look at the hex stats here, you can see it's 26 and 14. So there's always the possibility you could be ambushed. Right now we're at 42 to 14. We're over 20, so we would know if a unit was there, right? You need to be over 20 for that. Sometimes you can detect them if it's just a positive, the recon over the hide. Let's see. Minimum effective recon to spot a unit at hide. 0 to 20. Effective recon needed for full info on a unit at hide. 80 to 0, you need it 80 points over the top. But let's just keep moving out down here. Now, again, there's always the possibility this could get ambushed. 21 and 14. I'm going to move forward there. And we are cooking, folks. We're cooking straight north on this map. And so that's the Fusiliers. So that's the 189th Fusilier Battalion. We also then have artillery back here. I think we would like the artillery to maybe... Let's see. If you look at the elevations, we'd like the artillery to get up here maybe. We could fire right down into Rotkin, right? And so let's get this out here going as fast as we can. We'll take the artillery there. That's part of the 1063rd. We also have the 1056. So let's take the 1063rd here, And down. Oh, see, we got ambushed. And we lose 30 infantry. Now, that goes to show you just how hidden these things can be. Heavy force, you can see the recon was less than the hide. And so the hide is over the top. Yikes. Well, okay, we lost 30 infantry there, but good to know. Rather that happened to that unit than like the artillery or something. Where's the rest of the 1063rd? It's right here. I think we keep pushing this north with this regiment. Can we go any further? No. Okay. So now then, the 1056th, I think we move south. What is this? We got a slight hide there. I think I'm going to give this the recon card. We've got 8 command points. I use these recon cards a lot, I feel like, but I feel like they're just so helpful. And, you know, we've gotten ambushed a few times. That's just going to happen. Now, if we look at this hex, by the way, you can see we've got plenty of recon on it. So I'm just going to move up here. And then here. What's this look like? Yep, that looks good. Then down here. What does that look like? 19 and 24. We could get ambushed here, but I'm going to move forward anyway. Okay, that looks good. Now we're around behind the Americans. And then we'll take this bit of the 1056th. Go there. Now, see, we didn't even see that unit. And that's why, you know, we can't run air recon missions right now. So I'm trying to use the recon cards as much as I can. This could get out here and fire. What is this in? Light. It's only in light forest. Now he's got a chance to... yeah, I'm going to go here. We didn't get any fire there, so that's the 1056th. And then the 1055th, I'm going to move here so we're all connected and nothing gets isolated. So I'm going to go there. And then there should be another part of this under here potentially, and there is. Okay. And I think I'll bring this around there. So we're double stacked there. And now we've kind of isolated that a little. Well, it's not isolated, but now, you know, it's going to be hard for him to connect there. I think that here, this is just fields. What do we have back here? This is in Ruhrberg. We have the divisional command, which we're going to have to move north. Almost certainly. We've got some artillery here. Okay, what is this? This is just fields. We can really start banging away at this unit, I think. So let's hit there with the artillery first. All right, we do a little bit of damage there. So there was that artillery. This is also a really exposed unit here. As a matter of fact, that's in the fields. Should probably go after this right there. Because if we can get that out of the way, we really could isolate this unit that's sitting right here, right? So those 2 artillery have fired. Then we have this. I'm just going to keep banging away at this unit and try to knock it away. Okay, we take out a little less there. He's got a lot of green troops in that unit. Let's take this artillery and do the same. All right, excellent. So we're really wearing this unit down. And that's, you know, kind of, that's what I say, kind of, that is what you've got to do with your artillery, right? I think the command, the divisional command, where could I put it? There's not a town there. I really want it to be in a town, but I can't quite get there. What do I have here? Light forest snow. He has not fired yet. Should I take it down the road? The 1056th. They're down here. Well, it's not perfect, but I'm going to bring him over here for now. Then I'll get him down on the road next turn. But let's keep banging away on that same unit. Now, this is just regimental already. Not going to do as much damage, certainly. Okay, let's make sure there's nothing in the back here. Well, we do have something in the back. As a matter of fact, we've got a couple of artillery here. This one goes directly back to the core. And we're going to want to bring this along the road. I'd like to get into this town, but I don't really think we can protect that. So I don't think I'm going to go that far. Is this heavy forest. Yeah, I mean, this would be the right, the place I'd like to take it, but I may move it up here. That's not a town, is it? No, not a lot of towns up this way, certainly. We've fired that, and then we've got the divisional already. He cannot get very far. I'm going to actually put him on move mode. Not that he can get much further, but let's put him in there for now and get him moving next time. This really can move quite a bit further. I guess for now, I mean, the Americans are not going to be able to run any air missions either. I think I'm going to bring him up the road here. Do that for now. Now, normally I'd want him in a town or want him in what I call a fort, which are, can we find one around here? It's got the little divots in the hex. Okay, and then what do we have left? We have some anti-tank, which I'm not sure we necessarily need, and then because I don't see any armor around here, although it's never bad to have, right? And then we have the engineers. Yeah, we're not going to be attacking with the engineers. We'll just leave that alone. I think man, I really want that divisional command up there. And then the Corps can stay here in Ruhrberg, certainly. I guess everything's still in 75%. I could take the divisional command, let's say, here. I think I'll do that, actually. Now everything is at 100%. You see it in green, so it's all at 100%. Okay, and I think we've pretty much done that then. The 89th Division, it's got its Corps headquarters here, which I'll put stack on top. That's fine. It's going to stay in Ruhrberg for a little bit. 89th, looking good, moving right along. I'm actually getting more advancement there than I was even hoping for, actually, up here in the north. Okay, this is the unit we really want to go after. Do we have any more artillery that I can hit that with? I mean, I'm sure we do. It's just a matter of where it is. We've got Sickerungs back here. No reason to move any of that, even if we could. That's fired. Here we've got some arty that could certainly, now it's got indirect fire, right? This is the divisional arty. I hate to use it for something that's not right down here. We've got some real problems there. What is this? Oh, he's got armor there. Okay, I see. I was like, boy, that looks weak. We should break through there. Well, unfortunately, that's not going to work. I actually do think I'm going to go after this because that is a real weak link for them, I feel like. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Man, we take out a lot in that group, and they're really hurting now. Okay, so that already will have to come up next time. For now, let's 980th. 2 of the 981st. Let's, wow, with just one of these, we get 50 to 1 odds. I'm going to do an all-out attack here. I want this thing to get blown out of here. Now, we lose 10 Volksgrenadiers, but we completely destroy. Now, someone in the comments actually brought up a very interesting point about the fact I have not been doing any probe attacks. You are able to do that. You know, I mean, if I click on here, you can see down here, recon and force, probe. You know, obviously a probe is going to give you less damage to the other side, but also less damage for you, right? Same with recon and force. It's kind of a, goes along here from least attack to most attack, right? And I will start doing that more, I think. Now then, we are completely around this guy. We've got 3 to 1, 4 to 1, 5 to 1. That doesn't really help. That goes to 7 to 1, though. The anti-tank, we'll leave that out. I think we're going to attack here at 7 to 1. Now, we are going to take some losses there, but they certainly are too. And now, I mean, we've really got him surrounded almost completely. Oh, he did jump back. Okay, perfect. Gosh, I could have actually surrounded him and just foregone that attack, really. Oh, well, I'm going to put the engineers out here in, how far, though? What do I have here? It's just the engineers. Okay. Anti-tank. We could hit here again. That's now 6-1, even with the engineers. I'm going to attack there again, 6-1. We lose nothing, and we really hurt that unit that time. And that gets knocked, back into this kind of, I don't know. It's a little bit of a crescent, I guess. But now we're really rolling here, certainly in the north. Let's get these engineers, I don't know, out here on recon duty. I'm sure they love that. But we may as well move as far up the road as we can. And then we did see armor back here, but I'm not gonna mismatch divisions. So let's get the anti-tank. I'm just gonna put the anti-tank right there in case that is armor. I don't think it is, but just in case. Can these guys? Is there anything left to move there? He actually can move over on the road here, and I think what I'm gonna do, is have these guys come here and then maybe here, or maybe have these guys come up behind and go to the south a little bit as we vector towards Rucken. Now we have the 980th. What all do I have stacked here? Panzerjägers, anti-tank. Wow, I love it. Okay. You can see that anti-tank made a big difference, but he's really got a strong force there and a strong force here, right? We really just kind of want to move beyond this if we can. Now, where's our artillery? You can see there's some artillery right there. What is this? Light forest, light forest, light forest, field snow, and field snow. So that is a very weak unit. That's the one we already knocked back a little bit. I kind of wish I wouldn't have done that attack. I would have just moved around it. I don't know. You could go back and forth on that because we're also looking for some speed, right? We wanted to get it out of the way. Before I do anything, let's take this artillery. And I think we want to, what did I say this is? Light forest. This is the 980th artillery. Let's hit, where there's a lot to hit up there. Now, we don't have any idea what kind of damage we did there, as you can see. What's our stack here? 99. He's got a stack of 47. We could certainly move right into this hex. That gives us a full regiment, with the artillery back here. But we're being a little stymied right here. He's got a lot of strength. Now what does this look like? I mean, I'm not going to attack. I'm just curious. 1-7. I mean, it's very possible he could have odds on us. But we do have the divisional headquarters here. So I feel somewhat okay about that. What is this attack going to look like? 6-1? 10-1? I like that concentric attack. Now, we're going to have to, this group I want to get out on the road straight towards Rotkin this way and I'm going to try to get around all of these Americans. When I say around, I mean envelop them, right? So if we close the door right back here, it's possible we could, get all of them out with no supply. That looks, if we're going to do that, what do we need to move? This would be a good start, certainly. We also probably need to move this. Let's see what an attack here looks like. 2-1. That's not great, certainly. And then we've got to break through this isolation here. And if we go here and we had everything in, oh, okay, well, good. This unit is not strong, so that's a good thing. I think we go after this first, and then it's just a matter of, now there's almost no resistance here, and this unit's in really bad shape. That's in the plains. I think I can take care of that with regimental arty, and so I think I can take the core artillery here and start blasting away. I'm not going to worry about the stronger of their units. I'm going to go after, like this. Let's see if we knock anything out. Not really. We knocked out one half track. I mean, it is a hard target. Okay, well, maybe we'll avoid hitting that one this time then. And let's go after this, because that's the other weak link, I feel like. Okay, well, one Jeep. Yay, look at us go. Okay, then we've got a real problem back here with an American stack, but I think we can get around all of it, or at least I hope we can. We've got a lot of artillery back here that's a little exposed, though. We got to be, careful. Okay, back up here we go then. So this is moved, the 981st, the 980th. I think is just going to have to sit here as like a blocking force. The divisional headquarters, I could move, here, but I wanted to get out here as much as I can. All right, after all that talk, I think what I'm going to do is attack right here. I've got 10 to 1 odds. Let's attack. See what we lose. We lose 10 Volksgrenadiers. We lose 30 Volksgrenadiers total and some half-tracks. The Americans, they lose some mortars, some bazookas, some veterans, some Stuarts. All in all, not great, but not bad either. I think this unit's going to have to stay here, but I think we can take this unit and get it moving. Well, actually, it could have gone here, I guess. How far can you go? Not far. How far can you go? Not far either. Well, shoot. What about this? That's a regular attack? Okay. 8 to 1 with this other unit. Or we could put the Stugs in and do it this way. 17 to 1. 26 to 1. Let's try that attack there. We lose 1 half-track and completely destroy that unit. Excellent! That's what you like to see. Now then, how far can he can go all the way to here? What if he goes this way? I mean, it wants to go this way. Oh, we didn't take any intercept fire. Actually, pretty surprised by that. I think I'm going to go here. The divisional headquarters is back here and can certainly block this. When I say this, any kind of counterattack there. Again, just trying to get up, move around, and over. Now then, what kind of attack do we have here? Shows 1 to 1 there with the anti-tank. 1 to 1. What if I moved the Stugs up? Well, I don't really think I can do that because I need this attack right there. He's got a penalty. Oh, okay. Let's go look at these penalties. You can see here, supply attack modifier, the percentage of effectiveness of this unit is -91. I mean, that's a huge penalty, right? And you can see 1 to 5 there. No, thank you. But we've got to get rid of this unit. I really wanted to get rid of this time, but I don't really think we can. So let's get rid of this if we can. We're not going to put in the unit that's low on supply. I could just do this, with the anti-tank and the Stugs, but I think I want to go 8 to 1 there, and let's just do a regular attack. We pretty much decimate that unit. 10. Oh, somebody told me, don't say decimate. This is a long time ago on the channel because to the Romans that just means 1 out of every 10. Well, okay. I mean, I think in common parlance now people take that to just mean it got wrecked. But point taken. Point taken. Anyway, this is my life. These are the complaints I deal with. The Stugs. He could move out here. Now, this is a very weak... Well, it's got 2 underneath it because... Oh, that's the one we just hit, and then there's another one underneath it. Now then, our guy can get back here, I guess, which is ultimately probably what we want to do, unless we want to come up here and attack down the road. Now we're going to have 2 motorized here. We want to get rid of that. I think I'm going to leave... Oh, decisions. Let's look at this again. Okay. I don't think there's much more to do there. That's showing 2 to 1 odds, but I'm not going to attack there. That's anti-aircraft. We show 7 to 1 even with that huge penalty. I think maybe we take this and hit there, 24-1. Let's do an all-out attack and try to take out whatever we can. We lose nothing, and that entire unit is just gone. I always like that. He could, wow, he can go a long ways. I wish. I just can't afford to take him that way, I don't think. I'm going to leave that for a second and see what else we do here. Nothing to do there. The Stug, he could come out here, but I mean, I may just bring this back. I could also just bring it around here, but I want to see what I do with this other division first. Oh, hey, looky there. We've got a whole nother Stug group. I wish he could move out up one more. Yeah. I mean, we could at least take him to here. There's no reason we couldn't. These guys are so powerful, too. The Stugs just on their own, 1-1. Anti-tank takes it to 2-1. We don't even have any infantry in that attack. You can see, I mean, we can really, I feel like next time we could really start going down this road. What else do we have here? Oh, this is the Corps headquarters for these two divisions. So he's a little advanced, probably further than he needs to be. The divisional headquarters should probably be here and the Corps back a little ways, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Nothing more to do there. Grab a drink really quick. So I really like how the North is shaping up here, but we got work to do, certainly. I mean, we've got this unit that's isolated out here. I think that's easily dealt with. I mean, if nothing else, we could just move it right here, but I think I want to get it over here with its cohort. Let's get rid of this unit. I think that gets things started here in the 326th Division. If we look back, not seeing anything back there, okay. Always check it. Now, we've got two issues out here. We've got this isolated unit, and we've got this massive stack of American units here threatening artillery, although how much of a threat is it? You know, are they going to go this way to the east, to the northeast? I doubt it. We've also got our divisional headquarters here that you can see got hit by artillery. That's what that little sign is. We may have to back them off, or we're going to have to get some other infantry up here. But first of all, you see the 751st Regiment out here. I am going to play a recon card out front. He's got 14 command points. That looks pretty good. Let's play that there. I just want to get a better sense of what we're dealing with. And that's why I did it. Just to uncover something like this. Let's take the Artie. Now, we still have some artillery here. Let's not forget that. We've got some artillery here that's still part of the 272nd. We could shoot at something out here, or we could even go after this. But let's take this first, the artillery of the 751st Regiment. And Artie strike. Hey, we take out 2 trucks and a howitzer. Okay, well, it's better than nothing. So that has been fired. We could also take the divisional artillery at that, or we could go here. Let's go down to the hex. This is just plains. Because if we can knock this for a loop, yeah, I think that's what we have to do. If we can knock, I could potentially fire back. I'm not expecting that, though. They're just going to have mortars, right, for the most part. But we're within 2 hexes. We've got the big guns. And we do some damage there, certainly. We've also got the Artie from the 753rd. And you can see elements of the 753rd right there. Yeah, let's go after that again. And again, we're within 2 hexes, so his mortars can fire back at us. But they do no damage to us. We take out 3 more trucks. Doesn't really hurt his combat readiness much. Then we have an element of the 752nd. Fire there again. This time we take out 10 green troops. We also take out 1 60mm mortar. Okay. I mean, just chip, chip, chip. Okay. Is there any other artillery to fire there? Not really. So I think what we're going to do here is take the 752nd. Now the question is, in the bigger picture, let's scoot back. Do we take the 326th up this road to Eupen, and then let the 277th come from the north here to help protect against, protect our armor that's out here? I think we do. I think we're going to go here. You can see the elevations right here. There's a big, I don't know. I don't want to call it a mountain. I don't know that it's a mountain, but we've got hills here at least, certainly right here. And there's like a valley that goes through here to Eupen. I think I'm going to take this division, the 326th, that away. So to start that, let's go here. And what would that attack look like? Well, not great. And they can't get across the river to do anything either. So we've got the artillery lined up. A massive American stack there. And I just kind of wonder if maybe we should come down and around this way. Now, I think this division can't really get there either. This could actually kind of drop back here and protect here, and I can move I can't move that artillery now. Can't move that there. All artillery along this road. Do I slow these guys down? Well, it's a great question. We've got Panzerjägers, and we've got anti-tank here. We've got the another element of the 753rd. I'm going to take a peek at this for a second. All right, sorry, I step away for a second, or I pause for a second so I could think, and I don't just sit here and go, that is not enticing television, I've been told. We've got the 752nd. Yeah, we could come out here, but I think the smarter thing to do is take it back here just to protect against our divisional headquarters, and then bring the divisional headquarters down to Hofen. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I really, I want to cross across the river here. I don't want to get behind with this division, but I think this makes the most sense. That's Rohren, it's called. All right, we're going to go down there, and then I'm going to take the divisional headquarters and go to Hofen. There we go. Perfect. Because we've got this other division that could move out and around this way, and then we're blocking here with a lot of different forces. I think all we need really here is the infantry. And so the 753rd is going to stay a little behind. We're going to take the anti-tank and the Panzerjägers and get them moving out. But first of all, we've got to try this attack. Now that's 2-1. Which is the one that's a little further advanced? It's got 34. Okay, so we're going to take that. Now we're 4-1. Let's hit there. Okay, and we just completely destroy that unit for the cost of 10 Volksgrenadiers. I hate to talk about Pixelmen that way, but that is now destroyed. We could also do something else with the engineers, but it doesn't look like they've blown any bridges down here. All of these bridges are still completely operational. Now, I could have fired that artillery, but instead, I'm going to fire this artillery. I'd love to try to take this out. I'm just not sure if it's going to have enough oomph. Boy, it'd be great if we blew this thing out. But let's try it. Let's try it. Yeah, I mean, there's too much there. We do take out 3 Jeeps. There are 150 GI veterans sitting there. So we could go north, try to relieve this element of, what is it? Oh, I'm sorry, it's a battalion. It's the Fusilier Battalion. We could do that, or we could move it around this way. I think what I'm going to do is start moving up the road. We could also, let's go here and look at this attack. It's 1-3. That ain't going to cut it, folks. Well, I was hoping it was a little better than that, but that's okay. And then we'll move up the road here. The engineers can stay here to block. We have this other part of the 753rd. This could get up into Mutzenich. Is that Mutzenich? Okay, let's go there. And you can see, I mean, we're really expanding out here, probably much further than I thought. Let's also take the Panzerjägers and the anti-tank. Now, we don't know what's here. This artillery is still vulnerable, obviously. This is now protected a little bit. We really don't know what all is in this stack. It's all a bunch of question marks, but I am going to probably take the Panzerjägers out, or do we? Or do I leave one of them here and take one of them out? Oh, this is just a U.S. roadblock. Interesting. Okay, well, that's a ranged attack. We could fire mortars at this. All of the mortars we have left. I think I'm going to. I didn't mean all the mortars we have left. Just the units that can fire mortars. Okay, well, we took that down to a 10, but we weren't going to use those movement points anyway. I think the rest of this that's back here can get, going down here, following behind the 289th later. But I think I will take the Panzerjägers maybe and get them moving out here a little bit. Yeah, let's do that. That's fine. And I think this all looks good. I wish I could move this back a hex or something. If he did attack this, we would lose some guns, certainly. But I just don't think we have a choice. All right, let's jump into the 277th. And when we look at this situation, we've got these American troops completely cut off down the roads. I mean, there's nowhere for them to go. Always the situation you're looking for. But let's move this bit out here first. This is the 289th Regiment. Okay. Alzen, yep, we would be able to see something in there. Or we could go here and around. I think that's what I'll do. We see an American unit now across the bridge. Well, that's fine. Let's go into this fort or fort level there. What does that look like? 1 to 2. All right, we didn't really want to attack there anyway. And then we've got these engineers that could come around here, maybe even move across this bridge. I'm very curious. So the 289th, here's the other element of the 299th, and then we have the 990th. All right. Let's take this element of the 289th that we're moving out here. Oh, we got ambushed across the bridge. Okay, well, we lost 60 men there. Boo. I should have put recon on that. So he is blocking the bridge there. We didn't see that at all. It's in heavy forest. Should have probably looked there, but, I mean, you get to a point. We probably wouldn't have been able to see him anyway. Okay, well, this isn't nearly as promising as I was hoping a moment ago. The engineers there, okay, what are they? These guys are all in oh, he's in the plains. Okay, that's heavy forest, that's plains, that's plains. Okay, well, I thought this was a little more covered than that. Let's go after this unit, and let's do it with the Nebelwerfers. I mean, he's just sitting out there. Let's do 1. It's 500 to 1. He can shoot mortars back, but he doesn't, but we really hurt that. And I think we're just going to Nebelwerfer this thing to death if we can. All right. Rear area troops, some veterans get taken out there, and then we go to the final Nebelwerfer group. All right. Yeah, really tore that group up a little bit with the Nebelwerfers. Then we've got this artillery that we could also hit with, hit here. This is a regimental artillery, so I guess we'll go ahead and do that. Okay. It's always nice if you can take out a whole bit of a regiment here with nothing but artillery. So the Nebelwerfers. Then we have the 277th Divisional. What did I say this was? Plains. Okay, perfect. Let's hit here because I'd like to get rid of this unit as well if we could. Yeah, we do some really nice damage there, certainly. And then we've got regimental artillery that could go after this again. I mean, he's down to 40 men and 3 bazookas. Okay, so that's that artillery, and then we have more divisional artillery. I'd like to go after this unit again with the divisional. See if we do any damage. Not much. Take out 10 troops and a mortar. Not as much as I would have liked. So we look down here. Obviously, I mean, we've got 12th SS artillery, but that really needs to get moving up. Unfortunately, we've got a blocked bridge here. This is the one place really where the Americans either the bridge was already out or the Americans blew it, one of the two. Now we do have an engineer group here that's going to repair this bridge, but I want to get back and repair this just for a supply in case it's in any way affecting supply. Now, do I have any infantry here? I do, and it's part of the 990th. What does that look like? 10 to 1. Yeah, let's do an all-out attack and try to destroy that. We lose nothing, and that unit's just gone. And now this element of the 990th can move up. Now, we don't know what this is. We could wait, certainly, because ultimately we've got them completely surrounded, and maybe that's what we do. Here's an element of the 991st. We also have the Fusiliers back here. Now, the Fusiliers can't get all the way across. What is this hex? It's heavy forest again. We may be running into some problems right here. Officer, let's play a recon card on that unit, just in case something else is across the bridge. Well, we're not seeing anything there, and it looks like this unit could get across, and we can leave the Fusiliers here. We could try to attack. I mean, he may try to break out here. Let's go here. Yeah, we got across. Well, that's what we needed, because we need to attack this way, and now these guys can, you know, go across over here, get around behind the Americans. So we've got this element of the 990th, this element of the 990th. We have no idea what that is. We've got anti-tank and Panzerjäger back here. Dang it. I wish I could get the anti... So let's move this up one more. Let's put anti-tank there, just in case that's, you know, tanks. And then Panzerjäger, I can't get in there, though. That's where I'd really like to be. I could... yeah, the engineers can't get all the way there. I guess I'm going to set up... Where are they going to go? Where could they possibly go? I mean, they could go out here, right? But... well, we got our divisional headquarters there. I think I just stay on the road here. What is this hex? Heavy forest. Yep, certainly. Certainly then. Much more, you know, that's very defensible, obviously. After this next turn, they should be in really bad shape, you would think. Anyway, I am going to put this in this fort level there. The Panzerjäger, tell you what, I may bring that around here. Anti-tank is there. Divisional headquarters is in Wallerscheid. I think that's good. I think that takes care of that division. If we look at the strategic map now, you can see where we're lined up here. 89th, 272nd, 326th, 277th. We can always click on the map to get there. Well, we were already there. It's these guys, but we're across this river now. We did get ambushed here and lose some men. I think we're going to be okay there, though. And then we would get into the 12th Division here next. I think I'm going to leave this episode right here before we get down into the armor. I want to really take another look at this map. So I'm going to call this an episode. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm enjoying the hell out of this game. Again, I have no idea if the AI is any good or not. We'll continue to see. As of right now, we're having our way, but we should be having our way. It's the Battle of the Bulge. Day 2, we should be having our way. I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one. Strategy Gaming Dojo. Till next time.